Shalom, Israel. Most High, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless Kal Ha-La Yahweh Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai Barakatha. My name is Yakanan Maccabees.
Shalom, this is Mikael.
Shalom, this is Shofar.
And once again, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High in the name of His Son Yahweh Shai, and greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and the confusion of faces that are scattered to the four corners of the globe.
Shalom.
Shalom. Today's lesson is not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the scriptures today, and we're going to show you that you should not be forsaking the fellowship of your brethren, that you should be exhorting each other and encouraging each other inside of the scriptures, as well as rebuking each other. And as always, we'd like to start out with the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this Bible. We're going to set you free by letting you know this is exactly what you should be doing. Exhorting each other, not forsaking the fellowship, and going throughout the scriptures, a little bit in the Old Testament, a little bit of Apocrypha, and a little bit of New Testament. We're going to bring it all together. Next, we'd like to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 10.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
So we're going to go through this Bible today, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. And we're going to bring it all together and show you exactly what you should be doing as brethren, fellowship, and assembling, whether it's with the camp, whether it's with the home assembly, or whether it's with brothers online that have the sincerity and truth amongst each other. Next, we're going to go to the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 32 through 37. Yeah, go ahead.
This is book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 32. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of elders.
No, stand by yourself.
Stand in the multitude of elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
No, cleave unto your own wisdom.
And cleave unto him that is wise.
Go ahead.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee.
Salakia. So we got to be amongst each other, and we got to divide this word so that you can hear every discourse amongst the wise, so that you can figure out what is sound doctrine amongst each other, and so that you don't lead to your own understanding. So that brothers are amongst you, bringing out scriptures amongst each other, so that y'all are making each other wiser, especially those who that have come before you. Go ahead.
Verse 36. And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
Salakia. So if you fellowship, you're going to see a lot of men of understanding amongst you, and you're going to fellowship, and you should get yourself betimes amongst them so that you can make yourself wiser. Come on.
Verse 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
So if you getting amongst the brothers and you fellowshipping, the Most High is going to establish his wisdom in your heart, meaning your mind. He's going to make you wiser. Therefore, you're going to be able to pass that down the line to the next generation. You're going to be able to pass on and refine our culture as Hebrew Israelites. Salakia. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather. I got a little bit cold. So next we're going to go to the book of Sirach, chapter 8, verse 8 through 9. The book of Sirach, chapter 8, verse 8 through 9.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 8, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease.
Slakia. So you're supposed to get yourself among the wise and despise not the discourse of them. Okay? You're supposed to get amongst them and y'all figure out things together and y'all go through precepts and y'all build one another up diligently. Okay? Go ahead.
And also, Slakia, I also like to say that it's also your responsibility to check behind the two, make sure what they're bringing up lines up with the words, because not everybody that is eloquent or brings out scriptures is wise. So it's your responsibility to be like the Bereans and check behind it to make sure what they're bringing out is lined up with the words and you can see the spirit in them operating.
Come on. Verse 9. Miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learn of their fathers, and of them that thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth.
So as those learned before us, they learned from their fathers and they passed it down to us, and it is a responsibility as people growing a nation, refining our culture as the nation of Israel, to pass that down to our children and chain them up in the way that they should go. Go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry. Next we're going to go to the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 12.
This is the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 12. With the ancient is wisdom, and in length of days understanding.
Go ahead.
With him is wisdom and strength. He hath counsel and understanding.
So we got to get amongst those that are before us and get the understanding of wisdom. And you got to discern the spirits on whether what they teaching you is sound doctrine, and build with them as well so that you can pass them down to the people throughout your generations, so that we can make each other wise within the knowledge of the Most High.
Come. And I also want to say that wisdom is more than just having scripture and book knowledge, but it's also life experiences also. So our elders can give us experiences of how they walked and dealt with things in their walk in the truth that you can't get from just reading a book. So that experience is also valuable information that our elders can pass down and share to us.
Next we're going to go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
So we got to exhort each other in these scriptures. We got to provoke each other to a good work as we see the day approaching as of the coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai. Because he is going to dish out judgment to us. So we are here to warn each other of the forthcoming judgments and make each other sharper, so that the Most High looks upon us and he is well pleased at the work we have done in his name.
And I'd also like to add that it's important for us to assemble together in Israel. That's why the Most High gave us the Shabbat day every 7th day of the week, which is Saturday. That's the day that we're supposed to assemble together as a nation. And then even the feast days, Passover, Shavuot, Feast of Tabernacles, those are days we should also assemble together. You shouldn't be keeping a feast by yourself unless you're way out in the middle of nowhere and no bodies near you. So these are important days as a nation that we need to come together and exhort each other, fellowship with each other. Fellowship with each other keeps you encouraged, because this is a tough walk and it's already a lonely walk for a lot of us trying to live righteous in a wicked world. So it's important to get with like-minded people that's trying to keep these laws, statutes, commandments to strengthen and encourage each other.
Come. Next, we're going to go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 14.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 14. Where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety.
So if you're fellowshipping with your brothers, they're going to keep you sharp. You're going to be on point. And you're going to be held safe amongst them. They're going to let you know when you're going off. If there is no counsel at all, you're going to be wise to your own conceit. So you're going to be more reluctant to do something selfish or not within the scriptures. So it's up to us to rebuke each other and make each other better people.
Come. And let me bring this out too. The word of Hebrew word for counsel is Strong's H8458, which is takbula, which means direction, counsel, guidance. So it's important to have direction and guidance when in this walk and have accountability. Because without when you have accountability, it makes you're gonna be more careful what you do. When you don't have accountability, then you might be more gullible to fall off this path, this righteous straight and narrow path that we're trying to walk. Because without that, the straight and narrow is the way to the kingdom, and wide is the gate to destruction. So we need that guidance.
From there, we're going to go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 17.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 17. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
So as iron sharpens iron, we're going to sharpen each other. We're going to build each other up. We're going to make each other sharp in the scriptures. We're going to counsel each other. We're going to make each other better men. We're going to let each other know when we're going off. We're going to deal each other with like-minded situations. And we're going to be able to go back and let our brothers know how to deal with situations by exhorting each other and seeing ourselves in those situations, because some of us have been through those situations. That way we can give each other tutelage.
And that's why some people are afraid to deal with assemblies or different camps, because they don't want to be sharpened in. They want to stay dull, and they don't want to have no one else to compare their doctrine to. They don't want to be corrected. So that's why they stay away and avoid fellowship with other brethren.
And we need to get amongst each other. I mean, how else are you going to know are you going on if you ain't going to get the true word just sitting behind the keyboard? You're not. You just telling people what they doing wrong and how they should do things, but you ain't amongst nobody assembling so that we can tell each other, look, you're going off. So there's no room for anybody to tell you that you going off if you ain't around the counsel of your brothers, if you're forsaking the fellowship. From there, we're going to go to the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, 11 through 16. The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 11 through 16.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, 11 through 16. Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do.
So you're supposed to also comfort your brothers. They're going to let you know when you're going on, because like I said previously, they've been through the similar situations that you've been through. And you're going to be able to get through it because somebody's going to be able to identify with the burdens that you're bearing out here coming out of the world as well. And you're definitely going to be able to edify each other, because as you very well may know, we all are different members of the body. So somebody's going to be sharper in one section of the Bible, and you're going to need to go to them, and they're going to need to go to you, and you're going to be able to show them some things that they weren't able to see before. And we're going to be able to go precept upon precept, line upon line in this Bible, and be able to make sure that we've got sound doctrines amongst the nation of Israel. And we're going to be able to bring it to light, and we're going to be able to bring this to light amongst other people when the other brother's not there in the presence. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves.
So you gotta be at peace amongst each other, and you gotta let the brothers know, look, yo, y'all doing a great job out here. You know what I mean? I admonish that you out here, you on these corners. I admonish that you out here waking the people up. Look, it's a hard job. We appreciate you risking your life for us and to wake the nation of Israel up week in and week out. And we do salute you, everybody that's out there in the camps, the home assemblies, the sisters out there teaching other sisters, keeping them, telling them to stay modest, you know, go back to the Most High's words, be the daughters of Zion that you were truly meant to be, not showing your bodies off and going back and wearing the modest apparel that the Most High esteems you to be. Showing them that you are beautiful without showing your legs and your thighs and your nakedness to the world. Brothers, you out there, you more than just some money and what we gonna sip on the weekend. We more than just love smoking those blunts. And you gotta let your brothers know those things.
And I also like that we all should be working to the same goal, which is building the house of Yahweh. And waking our people up to get ready for the coming kingdom that's coming.
Go ahead.
Verse 14. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men.
Salakia. So when we out here fellowshipping, we supposed to be rebuking the unruly, warning them. It's a must that you get amongst the assemblies and amongst the camps so that they can cry loud and spare not. We are supposed to be rebuking our neighbors and not suffering sin upon them. That's what loving thy neighbor as loving thyself is. That's what loving God is all your heart, by teaching your brothers to keep the commandments of the Most High, because you were commanded to do so. Go ahead.
See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good, but among yourselves and Salakia, which is good both among yourselves and to all men. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing.
Come on.
In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Yahushua HaMashiach concerning you. Quench not the spirit. Despise not prophesying.
Slakia. So you're not supposed to despise the prophesying of your brethren when they come in and they're exhorting you, when they rebuking you. We are commanded to do that so that your blood is off of our hands. So once we do that, we have warned you. So now your blood is upon your hands. And you supposed to want the wisdom of your brothers that they come in to bring to you instead of the foolishness of the world. That's why it's very, very important that you get among men of understanding. And sisters, get among sisters who is going to teach you to be good wives and mothers to your children.
That's right.
Next, we're going to go to the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 2 through 4. The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 2 through 4.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Yahushua HaMashiach.
So we got to bear each other's burdens amongst each other. We got to bring every small matter, big and small, to each other. That way we are keeping the law of the Most High in the name of Yahushua.
Verse 3, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
So if you're an individual, like, and you think you're doing something on the internet by rebuking this can't, that can't, this can't, you think yourself to be something when you really are nothing. Come on.
But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another.
So you ain't gonna be rejoicing of yourself if you're not amongst another esteeming them.
And I also like to say that sometimes on our videos we get criticized or rebuked by wicked individuals that when they see blacks and Hispanics coming together, they say that why you fellowshipping with Gentiles, when the Bible clearly shows that the so-called Hispanics are part of the family of Israel. And then you go look at their page to see their works, what works they have, and it's blank.
No body of
No
work.
works at all.
No videos. No street teaching, nothing. Not even fellowshipping with a home assembly, but you're going to tell this one what they doing and how they should be doing it.
Right.
That's the foolishness so-called within Israel. That's how we know some of y'all is agents.
Read that verse 4 again. Galatians 6:4.
Oh, Galatians 6. Sorry guys, Salakia.
Right.
6:2. But let every man prove. Is that it?
Yes.
Galatians 6, verse 2,
Or 6:4.
verse 6, chapter 6, verse 4, Salakia. But let every man prove his own work.
So a lot of these individualites that like to criticize and talk mess on the comment boards, we look to see where their body work is. They don't got no work at all.
Nobody work.
No work. Just a bunch of posts, gang saying with not even scripture. They haven't put no scriptures in their post either. They're speaking from their own carnal hearts and not from the words of the Most High.
And then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another.
Okay.
That's it.
So you want to sit there and rejoice in what you want to point out as another brother's folly instead of out there doing the work. That's being unfruitful. And you're being unfruitful because you don't want to sit amongst other brothers because they're going to rebuke you. And you know that's what they're going to do. You know they're going to make sure that you out there doing what you're supposed to do. But you want to do what you want to do. That's why you ain't amongst no home assembly, and that's why you're not amongst any kin. Because you don't want nobody to tell you what to do. So you don't even really want the Most High to tell you what to do. Because the brothers are going to bring the scriptures and they're going to show you in the scriptures what you're supposed to be doing.
Come.
From there, we're going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, 9 through 12.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, 9 through 12. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. So you are better off fellowshipping with your brethren. So if you fall down, the other brothers can lift you up. If you were individual, like you just gonna fall off Facebook. You're gonna fall off Instagram. But when you fellowship, your brothers gonna pick you up when you low. When you're low in the situation that you're going through. When you're low in the tribulations that we're going through. And when they can relate to the situations that they also have been through. Come on. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth. So destruction to you when you are individual light. Destruction to you when you studying by yourself and you falling in you low. Destruction is coming to you. Come on. For he have not another to help him up. Because you decided not to have no brothers there to help you up because you thought what you was doing by yourself was better than what you can do amongst your fellowship. Come on. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm? So if you being an individual like you out there in the cold, you're gonna freeze to death in your wickedness. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. That's right. So you're supposed to be able to prevail harder against the devil amongst your brethren, whether you with two or if you with three, which is not easily broken.
It's like I also like to add to that, unless we did not too long ago, as in the days of Noah. Most people thought that Noah was out there preaching 120 years to the wicked by himself. When we look at the book of Jasher, chapter 5, it showed that the Most High put paired Methuselah and Noah together to do the word. So Most High has always been about people working together to build work for his purpose. Because there's some strength in numbers. He can be more efficient. He can do more, get more things done. Use people's diverse talents and abilities to build for the kingdom.
From there, we're going to go to the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 42. This is the book of Acts, chapter 2,
verse 42. And they continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, and in breaking of bread and in prayers.
So you need to get amongst your brothers so y'all can sit there and divide these scriptures righteously. So that y'all can sit there and y'all know each other's problems and y'all pray amongst each other. And that way you lift each other up in the words of the Most High and the spirit of brotherhood.
Come.
From there, we're going to go to the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 5.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Ye, all of you, be subject to one another, and be clothed with the humility, for God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble.
Go ahead.
Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time.
In your time.
In due time.
In the Most High's time, he'll exalt you.
In due time.
That's right. So you got to get amongst men of understanding. You ain't going to come in this truth and be here just 1 year and think you know everything. You got to show some humility and get under learned men. Even myself, I ain't been in it that long. I got to get under the men who've been in this before me so I can teach other diligently. And that way I will learn more. And that way I see myself as a babe under these men.
God.
It's say that it's a time that you think that you should know everything, you should be taught again. So some things I gotta be taught again by some elders.
Come. And I also like to add, it's funny that in Esau society, when you sign up for a new job or learn a new skill, you automatically know to humble yourself and to learn under your supervisor, someone that has more experience in the job you're working in. When it comes to the work in the Most High, which is more important than anything in this society, you have a tough time taking heed under an elder or someone that's more experienced in the walk and has more knowledge than you in this walk. It's so messed up how our common sense is so out of order.
Come.
We all got to start somewhere and learn from somewhere. You just don't wake up knowing you're an Israelite or knowing all the law, statute, commandments.
From there, we're going to go to the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 11.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 11. For whosoever exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted.
So you gotta humble yourself. You can't exalt yourself. You're gonna come in this thing high and mighty. You're gonna get knocked off of your high horse. You're gonna be abased.
And also like that, that's why there's so many different weird doctrines in Israel nowadays, because people are trying to exalt themselves, bringing new and unusual breakdowns that people never heard before, when they totally contradict the scriptures.
Coming with some chicken is unclean on some foolishness. Like, get on up out of here with that, man. You're tough and stupid.
Or pushing that sunrise to sunrise doctrine.
Without going into any Greek text or Hebrew text to allocate what these words mean, because it is two different languages. That's why you gotta do the research. And you trying to say the things that the people who've done before you, they didn't do the search diligently.
Right. You still got people denying that the indigenous people of the Americas are part of the 12 tribes when there's a
plethora.
Tons of sources. Artifacts, books. There's a ton of sources. There's no excuse to be ignorant.
Customs. They followed the customs. From there, we're going to go to the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 4 through 8.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, 4 through 8. For as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we, being many, are one body in Yahushua HaMashiach, and every one members one of another. Having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith.
Salakia. So, us being different members of the body, we're going to have different things that each brother's going to be able to prophesy and bring to the table, and we're going to be able to edify each other. So this man going to give me something, I'm going to give him something, and this brother going to give me something, and whoever, the brothers that's normally here in that fellowship with us, they going to be able to bring something to the table as well, because we all ain't the one. Ain't none of us to Christ with the word perfected. None of us. So we got to get this as a body. Come on.
Verse 7, or ministries, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching.
So we got to get this from somebody who's teaching on this certain teaching. He might be teaching on something to be better than I am in this part of the body, or I might be teaching on something where I'm better than he is on the part of the body, and this brother as well. And we got to get it, we got to make it come together. The hand ain't going to do what the face do, and the face ain't going to do what the hand do. Come on.
Verse 8, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence, he that sheweth mercy with cheerfulness.
Come. So we got to do this amongst ourselves with humility, and we got to be glad in this word of the Most High as well. And you got to be amongst your brethren so that you exhort each other in this word. It ain't going to come to you no better than that. You thinking you want an individual light, you ain't going to get this love from yourself like your brother's going to give it to you. Mm-hmm. And it's going to come straight out the word. From there, we're going to go to the book of 1 John, chapter 1 to 3. The book of 1 John, chapter 1, verse 3.
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 1, verse 3. That which we have seen and heard declare we unto you, that ye also may have fellowship with us.
No, be by yourself.
That ye may have fellowship with us.
No, just set on a computer and just type a whole bunch of opinions.
That ye also may have fellowship with us.
Stay at home and don't come to camp. Just think you know it all.
That ye also may have fellowship with us.
Okay.
And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son, Yahushua HaMashiach.
Come. So when you fellowshipping, you are doing the will of the Most High in the name of Yahushua. Because when two or more gather in his name, that he is in the midst. And that's as plain as it gets.
Come.
Do any of you brothers have anything else that you would like to add to the lesson?
Yeah, Psalms 133.
Psalms. This is the book of Psalms.
Oh yeah, hallelujah.
Chapter 1, verse what?
33.
33.
1, chapter
133.
Yeah, just the whole song, 133. Just
Oh. You guys don't look for that one.
go ahead, I know it already.
Do it.
Go ahead.
133, where are you at? I'm blind here. All right. A song of degrees of David. Behold,
How good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Lord commanded the blessings, even life forevermore. Hallelujah!
hallelujah!
So Scripture makes it clear that it's a good and blessed thing for brethren to dwell in unity.
Come.
If we can't get along together here, then how are we going to get along in the kingdom together?
Come.
The Scripture says the kingdom of heaven is within you.
That's right.
So we should be practicing brotherhood and unity now.
Come. Does any brothers have anything else that we'd like to bring out?
Yeah, Zephaniah 2:1.
Oh yeah.
Zephaniah
Absolutely.
2:1. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, ye gather together. Ye gather together, O nation not desired.
So that's the command there. Gather together, O ye nation not desired. Who's not desired? The Black, Hispanics, Native Americans. It's us against the world, so we need to gather together and build for the Most High. Read them verse 2.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass, as the chaff.
So this is the end times that we're living before the Most High's decree comes forward. We need to gather together as a nation, Israel, and fellowship and learn how to work together.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Come. Hold on, we got a scoff in the comments. Peggy Hill, whoever you are, this lady says camps ain't in the Bible. Well, if you knew Yahweh Shai and the apostles was a camp. They went out, they rebuked people on the corners, they went inside the synagogues and they rebuked people. She also said, with true elders, but not with you in your anger. Well, it say oppression make a wise man mad. So we're in a state of oppression and we supposed to be mad. The Bible also says be angry and not sin. Because we angry at the state we in. Because we tried under the foot of our enemies. So you, Peggy Hill, you don't know your Bible.
And like Isaiah 58 says, we're going to cry loud and spare not.
That's right.
Make our voice like a trumpet.
That's
and
right.
Show Jacob their transgressions.
We ain't your Christian pastor with the smooth words. We speaking as the oracles of God. That's right.
If you want that smooth BS, then go to church tomorrow then.
Yup. Go worship your son worship. Go there with your LGBT flag. Because you ain't gonna get that over here. We burning it down. And we tearing down the strongholds.
Go walk, bow down to your white daddy Jesus.
Yup. We about true fellowship in the Most High. And the Most High don't want sodomites in the congregation. Anybody else got anything like that?
Let's bring out Obadiah 18.
Oh yeah. Peggy Hill. When that Hank Hill's wife on the show, Peggy Hill, that's probably her real name. God dang it, Bobby.
Shout out to Peggy Hill for stopping by. Shout out to Peggy Hill.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
So he finished Esau. The Most High is going to bring all the 12 tribes together, and they're going to torch Esau to nothing.
So don't come on the post with no foolishness and you don't know what you talking about. Because we been camping up. This ain't something new. We just going back to who we are. We be thinking ourselves and remember who we are. And we out here to teach our people to remember who they are so they go back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. And we encourage you to go amongst your brethren and fellowship in these camps. We encourage you to go amongst these home assemblies. We encourage you to go amongst the real Shabbat keepers. We encourage you. All right, brothers, y'all got anything else y'all want to bring out? Because I know you got something.
Here's the camp in Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8.
Bring that out.
This is a camp right here. Saying camp's not of the Most High.
Okay,
Nehemiah chapter 8, verse 8. So they read in the book in the law of the Most High distinctly, and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading. And Nehemiah, which is the Tiratha, and Ezra, the priest, the scribe, and the Levites that taught the people, said unto all people, this day is holy unto Yahweh your Elohim. Mourn not nor weep, for all the people wept. Then they heard the words of the law. So that's what we're doing. We're teaching our people the law. What we read and expound on what we're reading there. So that's the camp right there. That's what we're doing. So what's wrong with what we're doing then, Peg?
So if you don't like what we doing, you just on here as a hater. Bye, hater. Because we out here to wake our people up so they can go back to the majesty that they are. So the so-called blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, and the confusions of faces that are scattered to the four corners of the globe wake up to the royalty that they are and go back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we prophesying to the wind so that the dry bones can live. So stay in his skeletal structure if you don't like what we trying to revive.
Yeah, let these all know they're going to captivity soon.
Come. To close, we're going to go to the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 14. But wait, before we do that, I'd like to give a shout out to Elder Jediah Malik, Sister Israel Rising,
Shalom.
Brother Alazar,
Shalom.
Brother Alexander Rivera,
Shalom.
Brother Uriel,
Shalom, big bro.
Valerie Yaffa Ellington,
Shalom.
Brother Robert Wright,
Shalom.
Sister Sheila Easter,
Shalom.
Sister Natora LeCompte,
Shalom.
Sister Paula Diamond,
Shalom.
Sister Lisa Song,
Shalom.
Brother Matt Fonseca,
Shalom.
and Casey Major,
Shalom, Casey.
Catriel, brother, we appreciate you watching today. Wish you was here, you know what I mean? And hopefully you be here to sharpen the soul with us.
They say
Brother Ham Yahweh.
Shalom.
Yo, bro, I don't know what happened. Yo, we was looking for your lesson today, and then we went clicked on this, said it was taken down. Man, I'm gonna hit you up after Shabbat, see what's going on with you. Shalom, brethren.
Shalom, Carlev also.
Shalom, Carlev.
Y'all
And the
can.
Judah of Israel. Shalom. We love y'all, man. Man, we got a link. We are planning on doing the Juneteenth thingy, you know what I mean? We still planning on doing that. We would love to have y'all for that. It's in the making. And we hope that we see y'all and fellowship with y'all, man, because we want to have a good time with y'all and get out there and wake the people up, man. And it's long overdue for us to fellowship, so shalom. And we're going to close with the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 14. And y'all at home, y'all can say it with us, that in the spirit, that the Most High is well pleased with us.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Yahweh, my strength and my redeemer. Kum Yasharallah! Kum Yasharallah! Kum Yasharallah! Ba'ashem Yahushai! Ba'ashem Yahushai!
Going Yeshua.
All of y'all have a blessed week at work. And may the Most High bless you and get you through the week. Like, share the video. You can find our videos at Rise and Chosen Truth Behind the Surface Temple at Mika IL7 on YouTube. You can find us at Black Junction TV at Sons of Yahweh, Service of Yahweh, Salakia.
Service of Yahweh.
And you can also look up and find other videos that's edifying on the Facebook page, Judah Knights of Israel. And with that, we like to say shalom. And the brothers over here, they want to speak Kum Yasharallah again. Kum Yasharallah!
Kum Yeshua.
Kum Yasharallah!
Kum Yasharallah!
Ba'ashem Yahushai!
Ba'ashem Yahushai!
Stay blessed, y'all.
Shout out, brother, that didn't make it today. We love you,
Yeah, we
man.
miss y'all, Brother Abiyah, Brother Alazar, Sister Shalomay. May the Most High be with y'all and bless y'all. And thank you for watching. Once again, Rise the Chosen, Truth Beyond the Surface Temple family.